Have you watched that movie yet? You know the one. You talk about it with friends. Anytime you see it, you think, oh, I've been meaning to watch that, but I just haven't for XYZ reason. Well, if you're anything like me, your watch list is longer than your arm, and the answer to that question is no. So today I thought I'd share with you 5 films that have been on my watch list for over a year. Kicking this off, we're talking about The Love Witch. Directed by Anna Biller, released in 2016. It has a runtime of over 2 hours and is available to watch on Tubi. Now, this is an absolutely crazy kaleidoscope of color, and if you look online or you read anything about it, people are divided on whether or not it truly has any meaning whatsoever. I believe that it does, and it all sits in mise-en-scène. The use of color and oversized props. If you look at Elena's rainbow-lined coat, I think that represents her desire to be all things to one man. Whereas the oversized red wine glass in another scene, the dinner scene between Richard and Elena, I think represents Richard holding his heart in his hands in that moment with Elena. The second film that I watched that I'm going to keep with the feminist theme on is The Worst Person in the World. Directed by Jacques Thier, I hope I said that right, which I don't think I do. Released in 2022, has a runtime of 2 hours and 1 minute, and is in Norwegian. This was my favorite film to watch, and is available to watch on Hulu. This is the story of a young girl trying to find her way in life, her career path, and who she is as a person. Now, the whole time, people are asking her, are you going to have children? When are you going to be a mother? Kind of putting out the idea that the only expectation for women is to be wives and mothers. And I find that absolutely ridiculous. But this absolutely was my favorite watch on this list. Now, coming in at third, we have Triangle of Sadness. This was probably one of my least favorite films. This film was directed by Ruben Ostlund and released in 2022 and has a runtime of 2 hours and 22 minutes and is available to watch on Hulu. Now, this film is all about appearances, class, and social media, which I don't use social media that much, so I don't really care that much. You'll see, the only time you'll see me use social media really is doing this or posting pictures of my cat. I've never really cared that much. Moving on to the third film, of course, we have Spencer. Now, I don't know what I was expecting with this film. Somebody's gonna have to tell me. Directed by Pablo Larraín, released in 2021 with a runtime of 1 hour and 51 minutes. It's available to watch on Hulu. I don't know what I was expecting with this film. I was expecting a biopic of the last days of Lady Diana Spencer's life, and instead, what I got was not what I expected. This film came off to me more like a Greek tragedy. It's a historical fiction that just came off like a Greek tragedy, and I did not enjoy it at all. I think I gave this like 2.5 stars or 2 stars, something like that. Now, the final film that I watched in this whole thing was Blonde. Directed by Andrew Dominic, released in 2022 with a runtime of 2 hours and 45 minutes, which I thought was long. This is the story of Marilyn Monroe's life, and there was way too much happening in this film visually for me. Way too much. The bouncing between color and black and white, and in a lot of scenes, the actress who played Marilyn looked like a ghost, so much so that she stood out in stark contrast to anyone else she was in a scene with. It bothered me. This film made me sad. It made me angry. I was so over it halfway through. But it was one of the ones that was on my watch list the longest. So I was like, I have got to see this. I have got to. So those were 5 films that have been on my watch list for over a year. What are yours? Leave them in the comments and let me know. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, be sure to hit that follow button.